The following video is a review on Fullmetal Alchemist, what is owned by Stars Medic LLC. Please support the official release. Hello everybody, my name is LC1503 here, bringing you another episode. Inside today's video I'm doing something that I've done before in the past, but this time on a show I actually like instead of a show I dislike. This show is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm not doing the original show because I still haven't watched it, and that is on my list to finish. I've watched most of it, but still haven't finished it yet. So anyway, I'll be talking about the goodness of the awesomeness that is known as Fullmetal Alchemist. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Fullmetal Alchemist, a show I wasn't expecting to like since I didn't get the concept and didn't know what the hell alchemy was. I only had heard of the show from people who had watched the original but hadn't completed it, and that one episode on film theory showing how the scene that you're watching now was incorrect and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, I watched Brotherhood because I saw it, and honestly, I adored it. It was really good and really nice to watch. The OPs were really nice to watch, and the songs in it just I'll just let you listen. Just listen to it. It's so good.
この想いを消してしまうにはまだ人生長いでしょうやり残してることをやり直してみたいから
Have to stop it there for copyright. Copyright. Anyway, as you saw, the OP is really good. Hell, the attention on details are amazing. If you look in Edward's eyes in that scene that just passed, you will notice that the eyes are focusing from how his hair is just flailing around everywhere. I don't know if that was just because the animators didn't draw the pupils right, or if they were actually noticing the attention of detail from Ed's eyes focusing. And the rest of the OP basically gets you ready for the rest of the show. It's also great how this is the first OP. I honestly like it. And the fight scenes are another great thing about this show. At first, it might just look like the main character is clapping his hands, just clapping. But as you can see here, it can turn into an epic stone fist fight. Or when he has his metal arm, can be a sword fight from his hands. All he has to do is just move his hand about, and can still use his alchemy since his hand is free. Another part of the show I also like is the animation. It is so goddamn good and full of life. There's never a dull part of There's never dull parts of the animation. Honestly, I could watch it all day long, and sometimes I have. I have a sad life, don't I? Another part I like about this show is the voice acting. Yeah, sometimes roles can seem like they're cast to the wrong people. Like with Mustang, his voice just doesn't fit his face. But then again, I've also grown to, familiarize myself with his voice and his face. Plus, all the other voice acting is just so good. You just have a listen to it and tell me that it's not good. Or it could be your personal preference and you just don't like it. It's your choice.
Fight on! Full metal!
Now I see. You're jealous. You're jealous of humans, aren't you?
But then again, those voices might have sound weird and out of place for each character. But anyway, I enjoyed them, and I thought they fit most of the characters anyway. Another part of it is, again, with characters, is how memorable they are. I still remember most of the characters, unless they were, of course, side characters. Yeah, I might not know the names of them, but if you told me what they did, I would know what their motives were and what they liked and all that sort of stuff. Like Edward, his personality, how he was always he hated being short. Just that, and milk. He had milk. Yeah, I know that might be just normal characteristics, but Mustang as well. All he wanted was vengeance for the person who killed his best friend. And yeah, that was another very good thing. Now I'm going to talk about the plot to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Spoiler alert! If you yet haven't watched Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, skip till the time that is suggested. If you have seen Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, keep on watching. Okay, we good? Good. Anyway, the plot around Fullmetal Alchemist revolves around two characters, Edward Elric and Alphonse Elric, or better known as the Elric brothers. Or better known as Fullmetal Alchemist if you're just talking about Edward Elric. Basically, one day their mother dies of an illness that is going around the state. When their mother dies, Alphonse and Edward Elric go to try to save their mother. This is called human transmutation, a taboo amongst alchemists. So basically they have to keep it in secret. They take 3 years of training and research to finally come up with a theory of human transmutation. So one day they get all the components, put it together, put the seal on and everything, and start it up. This ends up going wrong, or right, depending on how you look at it, since technically they show that it was meant to happen, but then again it wasn't what was supposed to happen, since equivalent exchange is meant to take what the person is given and change that into what, the whole circle is meant for. But in this case, it ends up destroying both Alphonse Elric's entire body and Edward's left leg. This is meant to symbolize how now Edward can't stand on his 2 feet that has been keeping him up, and how Alphonse Elric just was completely taken from him as his only family left since his mother has died. When this happens, they both get taken to the mystical god known as the Truth, or God, or the Earth, or everything, and you. While there, they get shown the truth. Basically, what is all of alchemy's greatest secrets, all compressed into one. When this happens, both of them get full of information that is rushing through their head of all the secrets of alchemy, and how to use the clapping as mentioned before. The great, wonderful clapping, and how to use that for alchemy, what is basically using alchemy without a transmutation circle. While there, they get so close to being shown the truth, the human transmutation. What gets taken away from them nearly instantly because the truth is a bish. When Edward comes back to the real world, he's expecting his mother to be there, but nope, it's this demon. Is this son of Satan right in front of him. The child's scarred for life. Just look at that face. The demon is bleeding because it can't survive, and that's a scarred child for life. Knowing that Alphonse is gone, and also the secrets to human transmutation, he transmutes his brother's soul to a piece of armor. As doing this, he loses his right arm, since basically Alphonse is his right arm man. There it is, the infamous clapping. Anyway, there's a time skip, and then we see Mustang going, "What the hell was that?" Anyway, Mustang walks into the house where Ed is and tells Ed,
I'm not forcing you. I'm merely offering you the possibility.
Whether to move forward or stay still.
Will you sit in that chair wallowing in self-pity, or will you stand up and seize the chance the military can give you?
It's their choice. They choose their own path.
If you believe the possibility exists for getting your bodies back, you should seek it out. Keep moving, whatever it takes. Even if the way ahead lies through a river of mud.
This inspires him to become a state alchemist, giving him privileges to research that other people don't have, and also gives him money for, well, trying to find their bodies. Let's skip forward or else we'll be here all day. So anyway, Ed and Al are going for trying to find something called the Philosopher's Stone. The stone is meant to have powers that allows you to bypass through the law of equivalent exchange. You know, that thing that allows him to change the surroundings around him into anything he wants by clapping his hands. Yeah, that's equivalent exchange, taking something of greater of the same maths and changing it into something else with the same maths and properties. While looking for the Philosopher's Stone, he finds a man called Dr. Marco, as seen on screen. Yeah, that old guy. While talking to Dr. Marco, we find out that he has made a successful Philosopher's Stone in a liquid form. Ed asks him if he could teach him how to make said Philosopher's Stone, but he says no. So Edward's all like, I want that research! Dr. Marco eventually caves in and says, okay, I'll give you said research. Here, just go to this library and if you can, discover the truth inside the truth. When they get there, get this. The place is burnt to a crisp. But luckily for them, there's someone that used to work for the library that read those notes and has a photographic memory. When she eventually copies out all the research, they're like, hey, this isn't research, this is a cooking formula. So anyway, they're like, oh yeah, alchemists do that. So they decipher it and find out the great and utter secret. It takes multiple humans to make one of these. And we all know Ed ain't having any of that. So he gives up on the idea of trying to find the Philosopher's Stone, thinking there must be another way of getting Al's body back. So I need to keep on going, or else, like I said before, we'll be here all day. Anyway, turns out the Philosopher's Stones are used to make these things called homunculi, what are meant to be artificial humans that also have certain powers. Their names are basically off of the 7 deadly sins of man. Anybody watch that anime? Me neither. Well, that's the plot of the anime. Now it's probably time to talk about the ending to the anime. For me, that was probably the most predictable part of the entire show. I saw it coming from a long way away, since it gives you subtle clues, but doesn't tell you what the whole goal is for. Anyway, we see inside the first episode how he can make a giant transmutation circle and make sure the entire state gets affected by it. Father uses the opportunity of the eclipse and the underground transmutation circle with the blood seals everywhere to turn the entire state into a Philosopher's Stone, and also giving him the ability to become God. But Hohenheim, Edward's father, saves the day by making his own Philosopher's Stones all around the place, what can be activated with, get this, the eclipse, what gives everyone's souls back to their rightful bodies. When this happens, all of the souls go back to their rightful bodies, and Father is slowly losing control of God, since, he doesn't have the power to keep him inside him, because he doesn't have a large enough Philosopher's Stone. So the only way to basically stop Father, or the dwarf in the flask, is to drain his Philosopher's Stone, what will of course make him lose control of God and make him go back to his rightful place in heaven. When this happens, basically they have to fight him for literally forever, so his Philosopher's Stone gets depleted. But they realize that Father is way too freaking strong, since he still has part of God in him, and he can basically kill everyone without even flinching. Anyway, as Alphonse is trying to protect the little girl from Xing, he destroys most of his body, and also Edward's arm is being destroyed, so he's kind of also, stuck in a place where he can't do anything. So he sacrifices himself to get Edward's arm back. Edward goes crazy about this, clapping his hands, and literally trying to kill Father, because his only family left just died right in front of him. And, well, he's had enough of it, and he's gonna kill him. Yay, Father's dead, but now we have another kerfuffle. Alphonse, while sacrificing himself to get Ed's arm back, has died and hasn't come back from the other side. So, what are we gonna do? He's gone, but he's the only family it has left. What are we gonna do? Tell you what we're gonna do. The Philosopher's Stones that get given to us, we're gonna reject those, because there has to be another way to get Elle back. There has to be. Edward finally gets the idea to do what nobody else expected to do. He starts drawing a transmutation circle, because his idea is coming into play. Yay! Everybody's looking in wonder like, what the hell? But he draws a human transmutation circle. What he's about to do will be his very last transmutation. So you guys better have a look carefully, or else you're gonna miss it. So on the other side, he finds Truth. Truth asks him what the he's gonna pray for his brother. So he says the portal of truth that he has. When he destroys this, he won't be able to use alchemy ever again. But it turns out it's the correct decision, and it's what he does anyway, to get Alphonse Elric back. And the show ends with Edward Elric asking Winry out. The end. Overall, what do I think of FMA Brotherhood? I honestly think it's a really good show. A lot of it is memorable and literally, drilled into my head. And it was also one of the first shows that made me cry in a long time. Oh my god. And that part wasn't the part that everybody says you should cry about. What is the Chimera scene where the daughter and the dog fuse. Now the scene that actually made me cry was this scene, the one when Envy dies. So it was so sad. So goddamn sad. So sad. Overall, I've had a great experience watching Fullmetal Alchemist. It's made me want to watch the original and to read the manga. What is something that not many other animes have done. Besides Fairy Tail, that made me want to watch read the manga. My final verdict is a 9 out of 10 IGN. The show has a really good plot. Yeah, some parts can be really predictable at times, and that's why it also loses a point. Some of the voice acting can also feel out of place. That's as well why it loses a point. But the rest, what's on key, like the intros, the music, the animation, pretty much the entire show, is what gives it that 9 out of 10. I also recommend it to pretty much anybody I see, especially if you watch anime, or like science, or just like really good shows and plots and like stories and all that good stuff, or like anime. Goodbye! So that was my review on Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe if you want to, or the other way around, and I'll see all you dudes in the next video. And also keep on watching for the bloopers coming on just in a couple of seconds. I hope you enjoyed the mess-ups I made trying to record the audio for this video. And that one episode on game theory... Fuck, not game theory. What the hell are you talking about? You dumbass. And the fight choreography. Choreography? Yeah, choreography, yeah. While there, they get shown... This inspired... Oh my god. Come on, Dooley. I'm in the middle of something. Turns out mostly Philosopher's Stones are used to create these things called... What are they called again? Oh my god, why did I forget that? God damn. That was my review on... not Yokai Watch.